This is Mark Cohey with CRT. Today is December the 8th, 2023 at Miami Valley Career Technology Center. We're in K101 Gymnasium going over the AV system. And we're going to first show what's in the system, in the rack, as well as how it connects to the wall. This is an audiovisual control system that includes a projector and motorized screen control, as well as ceiling speakers that are over the seating bleacher areas here. And the system is run from a control lectern. In the rack is a owner-furnished and installed PC, a 4-channel digital wireless mic system, a listening assistive system. There is a audio DSP that controls all the audio, volume controls, muting, etc. A control processor that provides the intelligence to control the system, which is controlled by a custom programmed touch panel that's on top of the lectern. We have power distribution and video distribution, and then finally at the bottom, the amplifier. The system, in order to function, must be connected with the tethered cable to the wall, which includes a network cable for the resident PC, a network connection for the controller. We have a coax cable for the listening assistive system. We have the actual speaker cable coming out of the amp to the wall. There's a control interface for the screen up and down, and a control interface for the projector. It's digital media to the projector, which then controls sending the video as well as projector up and down. And then there's the same complement of control connections on the lectern. So let's see, lectern opens front and back. Really don't need to have access to the back unless it's from a service standpoint. And then at this point, you can take it from here.
Alrighty.
And I can show you, gentlemen, the interface. So the system can be left in this state, the screen, and you can manually turn the projector on and off and manually put the screen up and down. And what this does is affords you the ability to use the audio without actually having to have the projector on. And I'll show you what I mean when I say all that. There's a shutdown button that shuts everything off. And I hit that shutdown and says, are you sure you want to do that? And if I say yes, it goes to a single screen with one button that says turn the system on. And the use case, the way it was designed versus how you may want to use it, is where it kind of goes left and right. In this case, if I say yes, when I start the system, it turns everything on, even if all you want to do is use a microphone. So I hit this, the screen comes down, the projector fires on, and at that point, if you're not using the projector and screen, you'd have to wait till it comes down and then turn it off. That's why I say it's probably just as well to leave it in that state and just manage it up and down.
Which one?
No.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So at that point, you are given a choice of what source. I think it defaults to the last one that was selected. In this case, it's the PC. And if you wanted to change to the laptop input, which is the cable right here labeled laptop, you'd hook your laptop and then select laptop. Fire up the document camera if we choose document camera. That's one thing I didn't test before we started rolling. Unless that's going through the resident PC.
It's not going through the PC, no?
No.
That was hooked up before.
It should go. We had it working before.
Well, we'll have to do a little testing when we get the camera off, but that's how you'd select that. For some reason, it's not switching. And I don't have a laptop hooked up, so I don't know if it's frozen on the last image. Let's just test that. No. Oh, we got to check that real quick. It's not switching. We have independent volume for the overall microphone volume and then the video volume, so you can independently do what you want to do. Check, check, check. The audio individual control is on this audio tab. I happen to be holding mic number 3. I have individual control, mute, and volume up and down with an indication. From a troubleshooting standpoint, this is a good way to know if you can't adjust the volume on the microphone. If I push a button on here and that fader moves, that feedback on that fader is a function of a two-way communication. So the Crestron system says to the audio system, turn the volume up. And then the audio system says, I've turned the volume up and I'm going to move your fader. So
Okay.
that's a way to know if it's moving here, but you don't hear a sound out here, it's something after the audio. It might be the amps off, you know, or something like that. That's a good indication the two systems are talking, because that is actual real-time feedback from the audio system on that indicator. And that's just literally that fader going up and down. And then these, if I hit the mute, you can see it's grayed out. That's feedback from the audio system. Check 1, 2. The wireless mic system here has 4 channels. You have an indication, they're confirming that, I think it goes, I don't remember the sequence in which, but there's 4 wireless channels. You can use 4 belt packs, so there's a belt pack associated with each channel. You can use 4 handhelds, there's a handheld associated with each channel, or some combination thereof, but you can't use more than 4 channels at once. So you could go 2 and 2, 1 and 3, 3 and 1, 4 and 9. And they're all labeled to their associated channel.
And they're all in the bag.
And they're all in the bag here, yep.
And this microphone is on number 1, I think.
Yes, that's mic number 1, and I think it's labeled mic 1. Does it have a, yeah. Check, check. Some of these don't, sometimes it's not wired up to do the mute control.
It does it when you push it, and then once you let go.
Oh, so it's a momentary mute.
Yep.
So like a cough, we call them a cough drop. You know, they make little things you stand on and clear your voice and let go. That's kind of what that does. You hold it to clear your throat. And if you want to go back to source selection, you can go back to that screen by hitting sources. You can select your input. Obviously, we got to check out why this wasn't transferring over. Audio, and then individual power. This is why I say if you shut the room down and from here, your audio stays active. You don't have to boot everything
If a
up.
teacher uses this, they're going to do the shutdown. They're trained to do it that way. So
Yeah.
we're going to come in, it's probably going to be shut down, so we'll have to let the screen come down and
Yeah.
then manually put it
Yeah.
back up. If they just want to use audio.
I don't know if we tested some Christmas music here. Sound settings. Should be hearing that. Well, we'll have to do a test on there. I don't know why that's not playing out. Unless